Hey, what's going on, guys? I'm Dr. Boyce Watkins from Your Black World and the Black Business School. A lot of you know that there's been a lot of controversy about Jay-Z and his role at the Super Bowl and his role with the NFL. A lot of people think that he's doing something righteous by working with the NFL. Some people think it's bogus. I don't really care what you think one way or the other. I mean, it's up to you to have your own opinion. Not that I don't care about your opinion, but it's your opinion to have because from what we gathered actually in our last survey, the black community is pretty split down the middle about this. So I'm not going to really tell you what to think about that. But what I will give you some information. I just read this in Black Enterprise. Shout out to Black Enterprise. According to this article by Cedric Big Said Thornton, Jay-Z has allegedly gotten the NFL to commit $100 million to criminal justice reform. The article says that Sean Carter has inspired change within the National Football League. Jay-Z's Roc Nation has asked NFL Commissioner Roger Goodell to commit to the league spending $100 million on social justice outreach and causes over the next 10 years. According to the New York Times, still reeling from the perception that the billionaire businessman is only doing this for the money and has turned his back on NFL quarterback Colin Kaepernick, this move may change some people's views on the NFL Roc Nation partnership. Quote, as long as real people are being hurt and marginalized and losing family members, then yes, I can take a couple of rounds of negative press, Jay-Z told the New York Times. Now, this is interesting, right? Basically, Jay-Z did an interview with the New York Times about the Super Bowl, and there was a lot of conversation about Kaepernick and a lot of criticism. If you saw, Kaepernick and his girlfriend are not happy with Jay-Z. They feel that he's almost like a person that breaks a strike, or something like that. $100 million is a lot of money, but I think that there are a lot of questions that have to be answered. So what I'll do is, since I'm a financial guy, I will kind of break down what I'm seeing here, what I would like to know, what I'd be curious about. First thing is, I think that the optics of 100 million was an impressive number. So I think that they said, okay, we're going to do 10 million a year and commit that over 10 years. And then we can say it's $100 million. So $100 million over a 10-year period is not the same as $100 million in a short period of time. Not that it doesn't matter, though, but it's not the same. But it doesn't mean that it doesn't matter. It just means it's not the same. So I think that's really important to just understand that stretching things out does kind of change things a little bit. Now, the second thing is, I really think the community is owed a budget. I think Jay-Z should actually show exactly what this, 10 million a year is being spent on. Where's that money going? What goals, what measurables are in place to ensure that this 10 million a year is actually achieving the results. In fact, if Jay-Z or somebody from Roc Nation's camp is watching this video, email me. My email address is boyce@boycewatkins.com. I'd be happy to be on a committee that helps you to figure out what the measurables are and what's actually working. Or I can recommend people on the committee. I don't really care about I don't want more work. I don't want more stuff to do. But what I will say is that the reality is that Jay-Z does not have credibility. He lost a lot of credibility. He's known as he's a great guy in a lot of ways. He's done a lot of good things, but he's also a heavy capitalist. He loves his money, and so a lot of people, if you go back to the deal that he had with Barclays when they came in and bought the Brooklyn Nets, a lot of people were mad about that. A lot of people felt that they were played. They felt that the optics were used as a delusion to get them unfocused on the real issues. So I think that given his credibility is kind of dropped in that area, people love him as a rapper, but they don't love him as an activist. I think that some sort of good, was a good measure or good goodwill, or you know what I mean. So good faith. There you go. A good faith effort to really show that it's real. It would be really important. Maybe there's a way to bring Kaepernick into the fold, but Kaepernick's kind of hard for the NFL to work with because Kaepernick is such an adversary to the NFL. He's positioned himself as an enemy of the NFL. He's sued the NFL. He's fought the NFL. He's talked crazy about the NFL. So the NFL doesn't want to touch Kaepernick, but they may want to touch somebody else, right? So maybe there's somebody Kaepernick can recommend, or somebody that is a nice middle ground that can be on there, or a board that can really make sure these results are getting there. Because here's the deal. When it comes to criminal justice reform, I think that they have the right idea in that this is a bigger issue than just, police brutality. Police brutality is part of it. Black men being shot by the cops is part of it. but it's a deeper issue. It's, you know, black men being more likely to be pulled over by the cops, black men being more likely to be arrested, black men being more likely to serve prison time because you got this terrible public defender system. A lot of people go to jail because they don't have enough money, and then also black men getting longer sentences once they get to prison, and then horrible abuses that happen once they get there. You have lots and lots of rape. We know they'll talk all day about a white woman getting her titty touched, but they won't talk about all the thousands and thousands and thousands and thousands of prison inmates that are being raped repeatedly every single day, all the time. So, you know, I think criminal justice reform is a big deal. You can even go deeper into talking about all the thousands and thousands of people that are in prison right now because they were locked up under the Clinton crime laws. I think we need to move past this symbolism, this whole, you know, we're going to get one person out of jail and then tell the whole world about it and market this. You know, Trump used that tactic in the Super Bowl. It did not work. Bloomberg used that tactic during the Super Bowl. It does not work. If Jay-Z uses that tactic now, it won't work. When Kanye West used that tactic, it did not work. Kim Kardashian and Kanye, you know, they get one person out of jail and they act like that's a big deal. No, there's thousands of people whose cases need to be reviewed right now. So if you want to do something with that 10 million, go out and hire an army of lawyers, 10,000 attorneys to carefully review thousands of cases. Each attorney, go get you 10,000 lawyers who will each review, 100 cases apiece per year, and that way you can go back and review 100,000 cases a year of people that should be either released early or let out now because you got people in there locked away for the next 25, 30 years over a weed charge. That's what you can do to prove some credibility. Then you really got something that you can market. You actually have substance over flash. I don't really care if you support the NFL or not. I don't really care if Jay-Z ever gets to be an owner or not. I'm an advocate for black people having our own sports league. But at the very least, I'm an advocate for something real as opposed to everybody sort of manipulating the cosmetics and then going off and making their bag and then leaving the people to suffer. So maybe the 100 million is real, maybe it's not. I think they have to prove that it's real by being real. So that's it. I'm Dr. Boyce Watkins. Please hit the thumbs up button, share, and subscribe button. Also, my website is boycewatkins.com. If you want to go check that out, boycewatkins.com. And if you have an interest in wealth building for your kids, you want your kids to become millionaires and billionaires and learn how to start businesses, check out our Black Business School for Children. It's really good. It's at blackmillionairesoftomorrow.com. That's blackmillionairesoftomorrow.com. And last but not least, I'll be speaking in Hanover, Maryland, in I think it's April, March or April, and that URL is springintowealth.com. And then I'll be speaking in San Jose, and I think that's April, maybe it's March, I can't remember. But the website is wesummit-boyce.com. So that's my personal URL, wesummit-boyce.com if you live out in the West Coast. So hit the thumbs up button, hit the share button, hit the subscribe button. I'll see you guys soon. Take care. Peace.